Good morning, students. How are you all? Are you ready for the class today? Good. So, before starting, be ready with note and pen so that you could take down the notes. So, this class also we are going to continue with the same chapter of geography, chapter 1, India, size and location. As you have some doubts in the last video, this will help you for better understanding. Okay. Before getting into that lesson, India, size and location, what have you know about it? So, where does India locates? What is the location? What is the size of it? Could you know that? Okay, let me see now. So, already you know that in the earth is divided into two hemispheres, isn't it? So, the equator is the one which divides us equally into northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. So, where does India locate? It is located in the northern hemisphere, okay, above the equator line. So, it locates in the northern hemisphere, and we can say the land, we can say in the name of that longitudinal and latitudinal stretch between the latitudes 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north, okay, and longitudes of 68 degree 7 minutes east and 97 degree 25 minutes east, okay. And next thing, the Tropic of Cancer, you know that very well, it divides India into two parts, okay. So, then the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands, which is in the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea respectively, is also a part of India. So, this slide will help you to understand clearly, isn't it? Could you see that the stretch of our landmass from where it stretches? This is, so 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north, okay. It is the tip of the southernmost and the top northern, okay. And also east 68 degree 7 minutes east to 97 degree 25 minutes east, okay. And also you could see this islands, okay. What is this? Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and this one is Lakshadweep Islands, okay. So, this is also a part of our India, okay dear. So, next we are going to see the, so you could see that land mass of India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer, okay. India's total area accounts for about 2.4% of the total geographical location, okay. So, because it is 2.4 of our total area in the world, okay. So, it is clear that India is the 7th largest country of the world. India has a land boundary of about 15,200 kilometer and the total length of the coastline of the mainland, including Andaman and Nicobar and also the Lakshadweep, okay dear. So, India is bounded by the Yangfol mountains in the northwest, north and northeast. So, south of about 22 degree north latitude. So, it begins to taper and extends toward the Indian Ocean. You could see in this image. So, it begins to taper and extends towards the Indian Ocean. Thus, it divides the two oceans, the two seas, that is, one is Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east, okay dear. Then longitude and latitudinal extent, you can see that. So, latitudes are also called as parallels and longitude is also called as meridians. This already you know in the previous classes. This a small slide which help you to know that our earth is in the tilted position, isn't it? So, you know this already, and this is one North Pole and the South Pole, how the zones are divided into, okay. So, the center part is the torrid zone, that is equator, it is in the area that lies near to the equator is the torrid zone, and just far away is the temperate zone in both northern and the southern hemisphere, and the end is called the frigid zone where the North Pole and South Pole experience the cold climate, isn't it? Okay. Then you could see our India where it's located in the area, isn't it? Could you see this? Yeah. So, this is the dotted lines is Tropic of Cancer, okay dear, and the continuous line below our India is the equator. So, thus only we say that India lies in the northern hemisphere, okay, top above the equator, okay. Could you see this? Yes. Next, we are going to see the India map. So, this will be easily understood for you. Could you see? Yeah. So, the top is 37 degree 6 minutes north, and in the bottom you could see that 8 degree 4 minutes north. So the total kilometer is 3214 kilometer. The same like that, 68 degree 7 minutes east to 97 degree 20 minutes east, the total kilometer it covers 2933 kilometers. So this is the land mass of our country. Then next, the major lines of latitudes. So this also additional thing for you. The northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, already you know that the center is the equator, and the divisions of our earth, you see North Pole, Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, that each line indicates that. Okay, the first one is North Pole at the top, the next circle near to that is the Arctic Circle, then Tropic of Cancer. This is the one which divides our country into two. Then the central line equator, then below the Tropic of Capricorn, then Antarctic Circle and South Pole. Okay. So could you understand this? The major lines of the latitudes. Next, we are going to see the international date line. So this is also helpful for you how we are calculating the date and the timing, isn't it? So the IDL, it is called the international date line. It is the imaginary line of navigation on the surface of the earth that runs from the north pole to the south pole. Okay, and it demonstrates the change of one calendar day to the next day. So we are calculating each day, isn't it? So it passes through the middle of the Pacific Ocean, roughly following that 180 degree of longitude, but deviating to pass around some territories and island groups. Okay dear. So we can say this, that America to Asia, if we travel from America to Asia, we will gain a day, okay, in our calendar. And also the same way, if you are traveling from Asia to America, you will lose a day. Okay, so this is also the lines which crosses the latitude and longitude. You could see where India locates. Okay, is it clear? Then the same location of India in values also it's given again. You could see that the end 68 degree 7 minutes east, and this end 97 degree 25 minutes east. Okay, the same you could see this. Okay dear. Next we are going to see the stretch of that. Already we see in one more map. This is a clear view of it. So the stretch from north to south, it covers 3214 kilometer, and from east to west it covers 2933 kilometer. Okay. So India's total area accounts, already I told you that it is 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. Okay. So the next one, the land boundary of India. So the black line which passes on the top is the land boundary that shares with the neighbor countries. Okay, it is about 15,200 kilometer, and the below line which gives in the brown color is the length of the coastal line of India. Already you know that eastern coastal lines and the western coastal lines, isn't it? So that stretches 7516.6 kilometer. Okay, and let me see some interesting facts of India. The southernmost point of India, that is Indira Point, got submerged in sea water in 2004 tsunami. And since the opening of Suez Canal in 1869, India's distance from Europe has been reduced by 7,000 kilometer. Okay, so before that we will be taking a longer distance. Because of the opening of the Suez Canal, we have reduced 7,000 kilometer of our sea route. Okay, before 1947 there were two types of states, that is province and princely. Okay dear, so this is some facts of India. Could you see a map which shows the sea route of India? So the dotted lines from where Mumbai to European countries through the Suez Canal. That is the thing that I say earlier. Okay, and you could see the sea routes with the dotted lines, it is described here. Okay dear, so India contacts with the world continued through ages, but her relationship through the land routes are much older than her maritime contacts, because of the sea routes only the idea of our Upanishads, Ramayana and the stories of Panchatantra, the Indian numerals and the decimal system could reach many parts of the world, isn't it? So we can see that what we are following, that our later ideas have been passed through the world because of the sea route, isn't it? So ancient travelers have came to India and they have interacted with us. So many commodities and ideas have been exchanged, isn't it? The same like that, the Greek sculpture, the influence of the Greek sculpture and the architectural styles of dome and minarets from West Asia has been seen in different parts of our country also, isn't it? The same like how they are following some of our ideas, we too we have taken their sculptural ideas, dome finishing of building, isn't it? So that we can see in our country. Okay, dear. Next we are going to see the neighbor, India's neighbors. So you know that what are the countries that we are sharing our boundary with the neighbor countries. So India occupies an important strategic position in South Asia. India has 29 states and 7 union territories, isn't it? So could you know that recent division of the states? Okay, if you know that, you have to make a note of it. In next class I will be asking about that. So India shares its land boundaries with Pakistan and Afghanistan in the northwest, China, that is Tibet, Nepal and Bhutan in the north, and Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east. So our southern neighbors across the sea consist of the two island countries, namely Sri Lanka and Maldives. Okay, Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of sea formed by the Pak Strait and the Gulf of Mannar. So while Maldives Islands are situated to the south of Lakshadweep Islands. Okay, so these are the neighbor countries. Once again it say you. So India shares our northwest part with the Pakistan, Afghanistan. Okay, and our northern part with China, Tibet, Nepal and Bhutan. Okay, so in the east part we can say that Myanmar and Bangladesh are our neighbor countries, and in the southern part you can say that Sri Lanka and Maldives are there. Okay, so these are the neighbor countries around India. So India had strong geographical and historical links with her neighbors. So look, if you see that physical map, it will be easily understood, or else you can see your atlas also for your reference. Okay, dear. So this is the final activity for you. Start from the question number 2 to question number 10. This is the homework. Once again I say the homework, you have to find the answers for that. Okay, read the books once again page by page, you can easily find out the answer for this. So what is the latitudinal extent of India? I told you in this. What is the longitudinal extent of India? What is the north-south extent of India in kilometers? What is the east-west extent of India in kilometers? Then what is the total length of India's land boundary? What is the length of India's coastal line? Everything I have said you. And why is India called a peninsula? I think you could have read about this in your lower class. You have to recall this and answer me. Then name the Indian states forming land frontiers with. So what are the states which covers in that neighbor state? Okay, neighbor country. That is with Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, Myanmar, Bhutan, Nepal. I told you that the neighbor countries, but you have to state the Indian states which is near to that countries. Okay, dear. Then name the states or union territories forming the western coastal line, and also the states and union territories forming the eastern coastal line. Could you understand what are the questions? So just recall or once again read through the lesson and find out the answer for this. I hope you understand the lesson. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.